answer the first question, and then Nikki and I will be going down the list. And when there's not questions, we'll tell you guys some little stories behind the stories that we told in the book. You also see us, we've been writing. We've already signed so many things today, so we'll do some more. But the first question is Natalie Troutman from North Carolina. Love North Carolina. If you could have lunch with anyone alive, past, or who's passed on, who would it be and why? I would love to have lunch with Oprah Winfrey. First off, I know she's a wino, so I think we'd have a great bottle of wine with our lunch. But also, I would love to pick Oprah's brain. I've always been fascinated by her story, kind of all the, her rough childhood, everything she's been through. And you just look to see where she's at, what a powerful woman she is. Yeah, it's perfect. And I just would love to pick her brain. I think, too, she's truly lived for people. She's constantly just wanting to inspire people and push people to do better in their lives. So I would love to have lunch with her. What about you, Nicole?
Who would I love to have lunch with?
Yeah, they can be alive or they can be past.
Oh, gosh, it's so hard because I feel like there's so many people I would love to have that. But I think if I could choose one, and I know people would probably eye roll on this, and maybe not, I don't care. I would love to have it with Marilyn Monroe because I have always found Marilyn's stories so just, it's, one, I find her inspiring, and there's so much I feel like she's not appreciated for, and just so interested. I'm so curious because Marilyn would portray someone on the streets with a different woman when she wasn't, and I would just love to talk to her about so many different things, like who's Norma Jean, who's Marilyn, you are going to be the first woman to have your own production company. Like, there's just so many things I would love.
I love that.
Yeah, to pick her brain with.
All right. So next question is from Stephanie from Dorchester, Massachusetts. And I used to not be able to know how to say your state's name. Remember how hard Massachusetts used to be for me?
I mean, it still is.
I still have to think about it. If Mix Match Challenge came back, which I wish it would either of you consider it? Also, if you decided what would the charity be? So, I tell Brian all the time that if Mix Match Challenge comes back, I would love to team up with, obviously I'd love to team up with my husband, Daniel Bryan, and the charity that we would fight for would be either the World Wildlife Fund or Greenpeace. So, anything that deals with the planet or the animals, so.
So for me, I think I would want to change things up. I mean, it's a mixed match, but I would take Sonia Deville because I love what that would represent, and we would represent Girl Up.
But mixed match, I think you have to have opposite sex.
Oh, mixed match. So Sonia would be our manager.
And then I guess that means it'd be Dolph.
No, I'm not going to have Dolph. Sorry, Dolph. I mean, it would be great and all, but I would have...
Poor Dolph. He's doing Bella Brains this week on our podcast.
You know what I do is I would have Roman, because imagine Roman's Superman punch with Sonia Deville's just everything kick-ass, and then my amazing forearm.
Well, and does everyone know that Roman helped you come up with the snapback?
Yeah, Roman helped me come up with that snapback. If you guys remember how I'd always do that in the ring, like especially if Brie and I were tag teaming, she got pick someone, I'd always love to grab a snapback. I'd always try to use it as like my false finishes. I mean, I really would want to try and win matches with that. But yeah, Roman gave me that. He helped me come up with it.
All right. Next question is from Jeremy Arnold from Missouri.
I totally brought dark chocolate chips because they're such a good snack.
I totally smashed dark chocolate. I was walking to our house.
Oh, I saw. That's what made me go down and get these things. I saw you smash chocolate.
I was like, dark chocolate. Here's craving. I'm good right now. Who is your toughest opponent in the ring? Ooh. So I have to say, gosh, we've had so many tough opponents and different ones. Because like one that really challenged me and I loved working with was Beth Phoenix and even Natalia. They challenged you in wrestling in a way that no one else really did at the time, and I loved it, and I learned so much from those two. But I have to say, when we did the Divas Revolution story and Divas Evolution story, being able to just have some one-on-ones with Sasha Banks, Becky, Charlotte, all those, like, they just felt like, and even Paige, just tough opponents. Like, we went in there and we went at it, and I just felt like the bar was raised for myself in wrestling, and I don't know, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, for me, it's very similar of who Brie says. Like, in the beginning of our wrestling, like, I would definitely say toughest would be Victoria, Beth Phoenix, Michelle McCool, and Natty. They had such amazing work ethic. They were so strong and driven in the ring, and it was just so empowering to be in the ring with those girls. And they just always made you want to raise your game up. And then later on in our careers, I would definitely say Paige. And like Brie said, the four horsewomen. Paige, what I loved about working with Paige is we would always want to make each other better, but we'd always want to make the match better and always want to be equal to the men. Like, no joke, like, you had to hear Paige and I's conversations. We'd go always pick just different people's brains, and we really strive to get the crowd like how the men had them. And I really loved that with Paige because we'd work our butts off every night, and we would do matches for like 20 minutes, and then we started to get 2 segs on TV a lot, and it was really fun doing that with her. And then I have to say, when the girls came up, Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky, I never had a one-on-one with Becky, which would be so amazing to have in the future.
One of my favorite matches I ever had in my career was with Becky.
Oh, yeah.
A main event match. We did main events. Go back.
So I never did a singles with her, and Sasha and I did singles one time, but it was like, I think, cut short. Like, I would love to have worked a program with her. She was always just so creative in the ring when I was with her. And then I loved to run with Charlotte. Charlotte is a badass. I think she's just so diverse, so athletic. And what I always liked a lot about Charlotte is Charlotte brings such a presence to the ring. Like, it's not only is she insanely strong and always has ideas, but it's very athletic, like, can do a lot of things. I mean, gymnast, volleyball player, to what she brings to the ring. But I loved her presence always. She had a very flair presence to her. It was just, it draws you in, and it still does. But because I'm not there anymore. But it was really fun to work that magic with her and have that title run. Like, I was so happy to drop championship to her, and I had her so long, and it meant so much. Because I just felt she was so ready for it. And what she did with it was incredible.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And I sad I never got a run with Bailey. I really wish
I wanted to have a run. And I wanted to have a singles run with Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, Bailey. And now there's some that have debuted since all that I would love. There's so many girls. The list is on.
All right, next question. This is from Pete from, I always say this right, LaPorte, Colorado. How have I not heard of LaPorte, Colorado? Will the births of your babies be televised for total buzz? And will the coronavirus affect your birth plans? You ladies are amazing. XOXO. Thank you. Kisses back to you too, Pete. So we are going to show everyone the births of our babies on TVs. Come on, the Bella. We like to showcase it all.
Does that mean I have to wax for it?
That's blurred out. We all saw my birth with Birdie.
Sorry, that was TMI. I was just totally joking for people if that was too much.
By the way, Arden's in the kitchen right now shaking his head because I'm sure you heard that.
Oh, he is for sure. He's making us tacos because it's Taco Tuesday tomorrow.
I'm so excited. But they'll blur it out because they blurred me out with Bird. But yeah,
thank goodness.
And Pete, it's actually crazy because the coronavirus has affected a lot of our pregnancy and everything. Brian and Arden come to the doctor's office with us.
It's really hard.
Our chicks got cut in half. So my ultrasound I had an ultrasound at 20 weeks. I don't get another one next week, and usually you see your baby a little more than that. We are both lucky because right now the situations we're in, the hospitals are allowing your loved one to be with you. So Arden and Brian will be at the births, but like my family can wait in the waiting room. And especially because I'm going to have a surprise, I just pictured like Brian walking out to the whole family and being like, it's whatever. And everyone like cheering. And he'll have to Zoom everyone or call him. And so, but you know, we've been tracking our journey, and we're gonna track all of it, and we want all of you kind of just see like what we thought 2020 was gonna be for us. It's been the opposite.
Yeah, we thought we'd be, for the past 6 weeks, which it's been postponed, but we'll start again soon. But at least we could get some of it, and we've tried to keep you all up to date on social media. But goodness, I'm gonna be a mom.
She's gonna be a good one too.
Oh, thank you, Brie.
All right, this one is from Olivia.
Tell me if you need me to read them.
From Massa.
Oh, I think I like her reading them because I like her saying how she pronounces the cities.
How do you say that? Massapequa.
Massapequa.
Okay. New York. She's from New York. Mm-hmm. And one word, what does this book mean to you? Wow.
Wow, that's a really good question.
One word.
Wow.
There's a lot that kind of come to my head. And
one word.
I would, I don't know how you would say this, but like almost like what defines it, like a defining, but like
gosh, there's so many because I think our title, Incomparable, and that's like describes the book so perfect, right? But like what it means to me, I guess it would be truth. Like if I think of one word, it would be like Brie and I have always been authentic and organic and honest, but this is like, I guess my one word would be my soul. This is the soulful, but this is like our heart, our soul, our truth, our honesty. So
yeah,
maybe deep.
And for me too, what kind of defines us. But I guess one word I would use is finally. Finally, like we get to tell our full story. Finally, like the moment came where we actually felt confident and enough bravery to tell it. And finally, like at a point in our lives where you all care to hear it, Yeah. So I think that might be my one word I use.
That's good. I like that.
Thank you. Okay. This one's from, oh my gosh, how can I not pronounce these sounds? I'm so embarrassed.
Love it.
This is from Elizabeth from Hialeah, Florida.
Here, let me see.
Yeah.
Hialeah.
Not high. There's no way.
H-I-A. Hialeah. Okay. Hialeah.
Okay.
Hialeah.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I'll start as you sign because you're behind. Ooh, goodness. Okay, so in 10 years, if I was to like go to my vision board, where I see myself.
We all know she likes vision board.
All right.
Total
I'll never do that again. I learned my lesson last week. Well, I learned it when we filmed it, believe me. I see myself in running our Bonita Bonita tasting room. Also having Artem's coffee shop and cafe attached. Brie and I have some incredible ideas of tasting room that we're going to be creating in Napa Valley, and hopefully actually that's going to happen in 2 years. But I see us just running that, becoming legitimate winemakers, having a very strong presence in the wine industry. Hopefully I've already written another book because these chapters aren't done. This book isn't done. I see myself raising my kid and just giving a lot of time to my child and just spending my sunrises and sunsets in wine country and just being grateful to where I'm at. At that point, I'm hoping that the companies we've started are exactly where we're as our goals. The 10-year plan, which are very successful. I hope to be on the cover of Forbes. I'm not going to lie. It's something I've always...
Here's the curse.
That's true. Well, then I'll retire. I'll be on the cover and then retire. Like, you can't curse me, Forbes. Just kidding. And just being really happy, knowing that every goal that I've had, I've accomplished in 10 years, and I truly can just kind of retire at that point. And I always work and do business, but being more focused in the wine industry. That's honestly my happy place over Hollywood or anywhere. It's Napa Valley country. I love it. I love the people. I love what the people represent there. They can be a bit bougie, but they also care about Mother Nature a lot, so they're exactly me.
Crazy.
I'm just kidding. They're not. They're not bougie. There's only a few of us that would like to dine at French Laundry every week.
Yeah, just you. Gosh, is it like so weird to say my 10-year plan is the same?
No, it is the same because we talk about it every day.
Especially like, being in quarantine. Gosh, I think we've been isolated for how long now? 9 weeks?
A long, because we started isolation before 2 weeks before anyone started theirs because we got word. We kind of got a little stressed.
Just being pregnant, but I mean, her and I have been talking about it. Like, what fulfills us? What makes us happy? And why are we waiting for that game plan? Napa Valley is that. And so being winemakers and having our own tasting room and, having our own farmstead and raising our families on a farm and all these different things. And we're like, what are we waiting for? So we've been kind of trying to get things in motion. And so I think that's our next chapter in life. And so that will be part of the 10-year plan.
When you all soon come to Napa Valley, you're going to have an amazing tasting room visit. And finally, a drink with the Bellas.
Honestly. And have Artem cook for you.
I mean, we literally told them that we're going to have a sign that's going to say, it'll say Artem's in. So when Artem's in there cooking, and I said it has to be all windows, like the sign, light up. So Artem's in there baking or cooking. But it's
ridiculous, you guys.
He's such an incredible chef.
All right, the next one is from Sanjita from Falls Church, Virginia.
I hope I didn't mess up your name.
I'm so sorry. What are your favorite places to shop for clothes? I love both of your styles. Ooh, thank you. We love that. So this is actually this dress from Kate Hudson's line called Happy Nature. I have to say, I'm a really big Instagram shopper. I'm sure like all of you. Definitely like if people do these like sponsor things and I see something that's bohemian or something, I'm like, oh, okay, I have to have that. So I found a lot of independent brands on Instagram. I'm not big on going to the mall. Like if I do go to a store, it's always Nordstrom's. Nordstrom's is always my go-to. But I don't enjoy going to the mall and shop. I love Instagram shopping.
Me too. It's fun when it arrives at your house, but when you know your sizes. So pre-quarantine, I loved shopping on Forward. It's FWRD.com.
It's expensive.
Pre-quarantine, quarantine has taught me a lot about being more simple and where you should really save your money, and just has made me think a little differently. So I'm doing a little more, I guess you could call it Instagram shopping.
So I would say the two brands I'm always at is Free People and Anthropology.
We love Free People.
I've shopped Free People since like I've been 20.
Yeah, you're obsessed. But Enza Costa, like,
who's that?
He's a designer. Like, some of his stuff can be expensive, but also affordable. But his dresses are just the ribbing dresses. I always wear. I'm obsessed with.
Oh, you do.
I am obsessed with Alexander Wang. Right now, I'm wearing Alexander Wang. But I'm gonna have to just save those for like special events now.
Come on, Alexander, give us the quarantine prices already.
Or just send Nikki Bella a box. I'm with that. But yeah. So what else? I have to say, Nordstrom brands. Like, but you and I get so much Free People.
We get a lot of Free People. You can't go wrong with Free People Maxis. They're big old oversized shirts and sweaters where you can show a little shoulder.
Everyone always asks me about, I always wear just simple crops. That's where I always get them. It's great.
So one time, Brian, this was months ago, or was it before I was pregnant? I don't know. We went to Free People and he's like, "Isn't this a little young for you?" I'm like, "No."
I know, right?
It's not young for me.
It's like Coachella bags.
I agree. Oh,
we do also love Intermix though.
Oh, Intermix.
Loved Alice and Olivia, but now we're doing too much furs. So
yeah,
I
don't support Alice and Olivia anymore. I used to, but you gotta get rid of the real fur.
I know, because they make the cutest clothes.
And who makes a sweatshirt with real fur? The animal shouldn't die for that. I'm sorry.
Let's not get her started.
When I saw that they were on clearance, I'm like, so now the animal's on clearance. Drives me crazy. All right, next question is from Brandy from Zachary, Louisiana. Have you ladies thought of possible baby names yet? Ooh. So I actually, I have thought of some baby names. So Brian, as everyone knows, if we have a boy, Brian's dad, his name was Buddy. So we would love to name our boy after Brian's dad. So torn between the middle name. As everyone knows, we always thought Buddy Montana Danielson.
I love Buddy Montana.
Because Montana was the first place Brian and I went on vacation and just really fell. I feel like love. And
really fell.
And but there's a couple other middle names I'm kind of like. My grandmother, her last name, her name's Alice, and her last name is Desert. So I really thought it'd be neat to have boy or girl, their middle name be Desert, because Birdie's middle name's after my grandfather. His name was Joseph. Everyone called him Joe. I thought that would be neat. But then girl names, we're all over the place. So I lean more towards names like Branch and Braden and
okay, I made fun of Branch a long time ago, but Branch is really grown on me.
But it's cute, right?
Cute. And
Braden's
do
cute.
have a girl like
Branch. But Brian really is leaning towards Bridget, Betsy. What was the other one he wanted?
He wanted
Beatrice.
Beatrice. I mean, it's cute, but
I call her B. So that's where Brian's head is at. So we're not agreeing on girl names right now. There was like, we both kind of looked at like, oh, Blossom is cute, or well, there was another one we both kind of thought, but I kept saying to my
Blossom every time I think of the show.
And we loved the show in the 90s.
Reminds me of the hat, right? I even used to have that hat with flowers. So I actually know the name. Artem and I go. Let me tell you, it took
You can't
a lot.
say it.
I'm not going to say the name, but you guys will know the name on the season finale, Total Bellas, which is Thursday, June 11th. So make sure to keep watching every Thursday, you guys. This Thursday, it's my most embarrassing moment ever on reality TV. Oh, God. After this week, geez. I wish I could have a barrel of wine. But just put it this way, it's very hard to match a Russian middle name and last name, which I will admit at first I didn't want a Russian middle name, and then that was a discussion. So I'll leave it at that. But we have her name, and you all will know June 11th. You'll know the name. You'll know the gender June 11th.
Yeah, right. Oh, I don't know. If
I didn't say it on the season finale, then I might wait till the baby's born.
Ooh.
It's fun surprise, right?
Leaving us wondering.
Yeah. Make y'all guess.
All right, next question from Amber from Chicago, Illinois. What are the important steps to moving into your first apartment alone?
Ooh, security.
So this is what I told my sister, which she failed to do when I listened. First step is to make sure you have curtains everywhere.
Yeah.
Curtains. Because that's privacy. It's especially being alone, you feel safe when all curtains are closed at night. You don't peek in. I told my sister, first thing I did in my house, before I moved into my house, curtains. Curtains. I put up curtains. So then, like, as I'm moving in, it's all the privacy. Privacy security is #1 goal. So think about that moving in alone. Also, some mistakes I made in the past with apartments, because I lived in San Diego, Los Angeles, New York, is I wanted to quickly, like, decorate. I wanted to quickly just do it all. Do you remember in the blizzard when I walked to IKEA in Brooklyn?
And I got strep throat because I walked in Uggs. She said, fine. No,
we took the subway from Manhattan to Brooklyn to the IKEA, and I'm like, you just walk across this field, whatever. Why didn't I know a blizzard was going to hit?
Yeah, I'm like in 2 feet of snow in Uggs. With barely, like, I don't even know if I was wearing socks because I probably thought I was fine in Uggs.
And there was no cabs, and there wasn't Uber at the time.
Yeah, no cabs, because they're like, these girls are crazy, so we walked so far, and then we got our stuff, and now we're with the stuff.
But I made the mistake of just, with a lot of my apartments, like, quickly trying to decorate. I got stuff I didn't want. I wasted money. You know, with my house in Arizona, I've been very, like, just patient on slowly decorating, getting pieces I love, being just understanding that some rooms won't be finished. So
and I recommend that. Also look for deals, because I'm still, like, finishing my house, and, like, I've been really picky. Like, there's some things I wanted to splurge on, and then when I've taken the time to actually look at other websites or take advantage of sales, like, I'm so happy I did, because you can get upcharged a lot. So definitely, like Bree said, take your time. If you have a sliding door, make sure to get a stick and you put the stick in the gap because
or you go to Ace Hardware, you can do the screw one.
But also a stick, because you get a stick that long, no one can break a piece of wood like that. So do that to your windows. If you're in an apartment, do it to your windows and your sliding glass door. Also, if you only have one lock on your door and you don't feel like it's enough, add another bolt.
Yeah.
New York style. You'll sleep better that way too.
And talking about sleeping, where you spend your money is on your bed. Mattress, or comforter.
Which actually, you know what I have to say, really good mattress that's very affordable is Casper.
Casper does have good deals.
Yeah, no, I like to lean towards Tempur-Pedic because we have such issues with our neck and back, obviously. We need all the help we get, so I really invest in my mattress. But if you're looking to save, but you need a good mattress, it's a box at your front door.
Yeah. And this is the last thing we'll say, but we're big believers. Essential oil diffuser right next to your bed. You get the Sleepy Time essential oils.
Lavender.
You will sleep like a baby every night.
And crystals.
Yeah, and we're big crystals. Okay, next question. Alexis.
I wish I could see what everyone was writing.
No, we'll go peek. Alexis from Oceanside, New York. What was the hardest chapter to write? So the hardest chapter for myself to write was about our childhood. I love my parents, and there's so many positives in our relationships, but we went through a lot of hard times too. And I think when you have to write about the hard times about people you love, it's really scary. And my sister and I just don't want to hurt anyone, but at the same time, we wanted to be open and honest. And that was really, really hard for me to write. I lost so much sleep. And if you saw Total Bellas, the first couple episodes, just us having to talk to our mom about it, even her dad, I couldn't sleep, and I looked so tired because I was so stressed. But that was definitely hard. What about you, Nicole?
The family was definitely hard. And then obviously we talked about earlier.
What happened to me when I was younger was definitely the hardest chapter for me, for sure. It's even hard to relive it today, you know what I mean?
Totally.
So I know I talked about it in the beginning of this session, but that was definitely the hardest for me. Do you want me to read some so you can catch up, sister?
Yeah, I feel bad.
You know this is a book signing.
Well, no, and us to talk too.
No.
Oops.
Oh no.
Is your okay? This is from Casey. Shoot.
Should I just keep going here?
Yeah, but I just accidentally clicked one. I didn't mean to.
What do you mean?
How do I get that one question back? Talking about our traveling schedule.
I don't know. How do you do it?
I'll make sure to get that one back. It was Casey. Remember Casey?
Casey traveling.
I'll have them get that back. Okay. Stephen from Charlotte, North Carolina. What do you think will go into labor first? Oh, who do you think will go into labor first?
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, Birdie was 10 days late.
Yeah, actually, I think it'll be me. No, I think it'll be Brie. Actually, it could be on the same day. I would not be shocked if it was the same day.
Honestly, we're twins and weird stuff happens to us.
So much.
I kind of feel like it could be the same day.
Yeah. Okay, Ebony from Fredericksburg, Virginia. What do you want people to take away from your book after reading it? Great question. So, the one thing Brie and I wanted to make sure when we wrote this memoir, that it wasn't just a book about us, and then when you read it, it was like, okay, Bella's even more. We really wanted you to take something away. So, when we were discussing, our main goal was that when you're done reading this book, that you would no longer be a victim of your own story, but a survivor, and then you become heroes of your own story. So after everyone reads the book, our goal is that you put on that invisible cape, and you go out there, and you conquer whatever it is that's bringing you down, holding you back, making you feel depressed, making you feel like you're not good enough. That is our ultimate goal with this book, and we truly hope that all of you can find your capes after you read this book. And I really can't wait to hear all the stories after everyone reads it. So that's our main goal.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't say it better than that. That's it.
Thank you, sister.
That was good.
Evander from Wellington, Florida. What is your favorite gear?
Ooh.
You know what? I think for me, it was when I would just do the classic Nikki Bella red jersey with the Fearless Nikki writing on the front, but when I would add the crystals and have the O2 on the back of the crystals, and I'd have the black socks with my normal red and white Nike kicks and my black shorts, and my backwards hat. That was always just my favorite because it was like my Superman outfit or Wonder Woman outfit. When I put it on, like, okay, now I'm Wonder Woman and I'm ready to take on the day.
And I'd say mine was definitely like my red pants with the slits and my flannel. I love that. I don't know if people know, but I really did that because I was so about the 90s and I love the grunge era. And it just reminded this part of me that felt like a little tough, but also free.
She's like
a little scrapper. That was definitely my favorite year, for sure. All right. Next question from Audrey from Madison, Alabama. Okay. Hi, Bellas. My question is for Brie. Do you think Brian has gotten more comfortable in front of the total Bella cameras?
Aww.
I feel like we have seen a more vulnerable side to the season.
Oh my gosh, I so agree.
I agree. Aubrey, yes, he definitely has.
That's like a great, I like that, like, what's your perspective on that? And like that you saw that, Aubrey, I love that.
Yeah, and I think, Brian's been very vocal how he feels about reality television, and we all know he does it because of me. But I think, too, like, in the beginning, he was very, like, closed off because he just, I don't know. I don't know if it's because he didn't enjoy it at first or because he was nervous, to just kind of be free.
Yeah.
But now I feel like he definitely enjoys it, but at the same time, it's like what you said. He's just so open now. And, like, sometimes when we film, I'm like, oh, like, I love it. Like, I feel like everyone's going to see more of a side to him that they haven't seen before because he is becoming so open to filming.
And, Brie, I want to make sure that, like, you tell Brian about comments like Aubrey because sometimes I feel like Brian needs to hear that I feel like the more open Brian's become, he's really helped people, like when he was open about his depression and just how he's been open about his marriage this season. Like, that's not easy, and I can only imagine it from the man's perspective, especially when it's, Brie here, it's like her show that she was like, Brian, do this for me, and then he became so open. And I think sometimes, like, he needs to hear that too, like, wow, Brian, like, thank you for being so open and honest. Because it's helped me, because I'm sure when women are on the couch watching and how much they can relate to us, I know our men, but I can only imagine when their husbands or significant others, boyfriends, fiancés are watching, how much it helps them too. So
I agree with that.
If you guys ever get a chance, send him that on social media because, for reality stars, like, it's nice when you get that feedback of, like, thank you for putting it all out there and it's helped me or it's helped someone else. And I think it would be amazing for Brian to hear.
I 100% agree. And I'm definitely going to tell him that comment when I go home because he would appreciate that. So thank you. That was a really good question.
Are you going to read the next or you won't?
I will. I just wanted to finish that one.
Oh, yeah. Take your time, sis. We got these books to sign. What a world we're in now, right? Or like books signing?
Right. From Alana from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Is there a possibility of a second memoir years and years down the road? Yes. We were actually talking about this because in this book you don't get, because we wrote this 2.5 years ago where we ended, you don't get Artem's not in there, or pregnancies and things we've done, but Nikki and I were saying that
we finally getting a house.
Yeah.
I've been saving 13 years for this, you guys.
That we really do want to write another book, and we also feel like we want to wait maybe 5-10 years because there's definitely other stories we didn't tell in this book. Just for professional reasons and certain things, but I think we're like, I told Nicole in like 10 years, there's a couple other stories I'd like to tell. and so we definitely will have another one coming out.
Yes.
For sure.
100%. Our story isn't done.
No, that was just series 1. Better watch Twilight. We have more books coming too.
Twilight, take that out.
Who's all excited for the new book of Twilight?
I actually am. I'm hoping that they'll do a movie on it.
I would think. Wait, would they use the same characters?
I don't know. I mean, I would hope so. I like to.
I could be seeing older.
They all still look pretty young.
Yeah, but I mean older than
I
mine.
know, but
From Dallas, from here, Pennsylvania. Behind your evolution year. So for me, I wanted to I hate saying insecurities from birth, but there are some, stomach I couldn't fully get back shape and other things. So I wanted pants, but I wanted to feel sexy at the time. So I was kind of like, let's get away from maybe the slit. I felt the slits with the high waist look good. And Sandra Gray, amazing. She just does all her. She helped me come up with the idea of like doing the tie front. She's like, sexy, there. So I really went off the insecurities.
maybe it's moving.
Moving over here too.
And for me, I wanted, since I was taking literally the baddest woman on it, I wanted to incorporate like I was going into battle, so that's why you came also for the Bella argument, because Bella felt like I had to represent and do something along those lines. So that's why I rocked camo, was for me Bella Lynn. And other than that, I said the same.
Yes. All right. Next question. What is one thing from girl from around
As it was easy.
what is done every day shelter in place since shelter in place started? So what we do every day is just our coffee and our slow morning. It's a big thing to us and something we really never enjoy. We have, at each other's house.
Yeah.
But that's definitely the morning routine. Just, I make pretty breakfast, slow, just peace morning. And then everything that we've been doing is just planning dinners at houses. And it's just kind of
yeah, I definitely am so on the go in the morning, and I always wake up so definitely I have enjoyed in the mornings. That's, I think too, when you're planning chairs at 1 cup of cafe day.
That is true.
So we've just taken the time. Now I'm actually at 5:30 or 6. This morning it was just really nice. Like Artem and I were just outside, like on the patio, drinking, talking, and it was good. So that's one thing I just. I don't know about all you. Like, it's gonna be hard going back to restaurants. Like, it's definitely gonna be like something I'm gonna look forward to, but not as much as I used to, because I'm really cooking. I don't know if it's because my fiance is a chef, so I'm spoiled that all my meals for me pretty much. I had eggs today. That counts. I made but just really like having sitting down and having a family is the best.
Oh, I'm gonna plug in my computer because the audio is kind of going out.
Oh,
okay. Nicole's gonna plug in the computer.
always something.
Always something bells. We, people who like charge my phone or charge my computers. Even last night, I think it was last night, I forgot to charge my phone using it. It's like died so many times today. But Nikki will grab that. Nikki grabs that. I'll come close. Okay. Yeah. Wait. Okay. Audio's glitchy. Get that going.
Oh shoot! It's been glitchy.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, my thing just went.
Where did Brie?
Yeah. Or just use this. when are you going to learn? Okay.
How's it ask? Is everyone in it?
Yeah, everyone's having good. How's the audio now?
Okay, we're totally losing our lips.
Look at audio is brutal. Someone said.
The whole time has it been brutal?
No. Oh yeah, audio. A lot of people saying. Okay, tell us about the audio now.
Yeah, audio is acting up. Their Wi-Fi must be bad. But it says we have full bars. Oh my god, everyone's saying they can't hear us. Audio is glitchy. Is it so glitchy? Check the sound. Keep going in and out.
Okay. Okay, that's weird. Okay, can you hear us now?
They said it's still breaking up. Is there like something over here you do?
We have bars for internet.
Do I need to change to the other end, like the...
Let's see, bad reception still.
Man, it never ends.
Okay.
I feel...
We're going to check the audio.
We're going to check. What if we do we change that right there?
You change that. Let me check with one.
I have two, a different Wi-Fi up here, so I'm going to just see something real quick. We may pause first. I always forget passwords. Is that better? Oh no, did I lose everyone? I need to come visit Sarah. Did you guys, is it better sound? Can someone write? It's good? Yay, it's good. Oh, it's still not great though.
Oh, really?
It's still going in and out. They said it sounds better when we're closer. Should we take a break from signing? Yeah. I'm going to take a break from signing.
We'll come close so you guys can hear us good. There's nothing like more frustrating than like, trying to hear people.
Oh, I hate it.
Somewhere on the podcast, and if we're doing things remote, and like the internet stuff will literally make my brain. So I get that.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's good when we're this close.
It is. Right?
Okay. Yeah. People are saying it's better when we're closer.
Okay, but like people said, it's still glitchy. Is it your computer? Have you updated it?
Yeah. Probably not computer, probably your internet.
You guys, so you know how everything is like technology now? Literally, there was one day where the internet completely went out
in our area. Like one of the towers went out.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to do.
Wait, I keep getting out of frame.
Okay. But people want to hear us. Oh, red lips.
But you keep hitting it you where you're into more.
Okay. So our next question is from
It has to be the internet.
Oyo from Tyrone, Pennsylvania.
Call my company because that shouldn't not happening.
Yeah, someone just texted me and said it could be Facebook too.
Let's blame Facebook. That's more fun. Yeah.
What's the guy's name? Mark, who owns it?
Didn't he sell it for like an insane amount of money?
Oh. Mark, fix
Mark
Facebook.
Zuckerberg.
Okay. For fellow mom to be, congratulations to you both. What is the one piece of advice you have received in life that you would tell your own children? So one thing that my mom would tell us all the time, which I really, really love, is to live with no regrets. I find it to be a simple thing to say to people, but yet it's very powerful because I think the worst thing in life is to sit back and be like, what if, what if, what if? And I feel like when you live with no regrets, you won't have those what if moments. And living with no regret kind of made me feel like it's okay to fail. Like, take the leap of faith, because failing's a part of trying. And trying is like first step to being successful. So I would pass that along.
And then it's also from my mom. I mean, I have quite a few, but my mom always told Brie and I, define your own definition of success. And for me, when I would like really sit down and be like, what is success to me? It was happiness. And it's crazy because in everything I have done, if I was happy, I knew I was successful. And that has helped me. Don't get me wrong. I sometimes fall into like the keeping up of like wanting like these things or having this or that. But when I go back to what my definition is of success, I'm happy. It's about being happy. And then when I realized, like, when I'm happy, it doesn't matter about having so many zeros in my bank account or having that kind of car on my vision board. When you are truly happy, it's crazy how material things don't matter as much. And I'm bougie. You all know it. Like, I do like finer things in life, but it's crazy how my perceptions also change in that. So I urge all of you, like, challenge yourself, put success on a piece of paper, and then find your definition of what it is. And then when you go into your businesses, professional life, work life, personal life, any of it, it's crazy how much it changes you once you know what that definition is.
I agree. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Right. From Amber from Ocala, Florida. What would you consider to be your biggest accomplishment, both together and individually?
What was that?
What would be our biggest accomplishment?
I need to stop.
Our biggest accomplishment together and individually.
So, goodness, together, I would say the Bella brand. It's still glitchy.
Just a little bit, they're saying.
It honestly has to be Facebook because we have full bars here.
Yeah.
I think it's Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, do we start a new session or no?
I don't know. We're not Facebook because we're never on Facebook.
Okay. Well, I would say our biggest accomplishment together would definitely be getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. That has been...
Hey, Hall of Famer.
Hey, what's up? But that right there has been just one of the biggest things to happen to us. A huge honor. It's been really surreal for us. We were really sad because obviously with everything going on in WrestleMania and Hall of Fame WrestleMania kept going, but Hall of Fame getting postponed. That was sad. We just were like so excited to race the stage and do it all, but it's okay. And then individually, I would say it's probably would definitely be like becoming a mom.
For you.
Yeah, like it's crazy when you have a kid and like just seeing Birdie grow up.
I didn't see that.
How much she's like you and I. It's been a huge honor. So that feels like an accomplishment.
Yeah. Gosh, the biggest one for me, accomplishment individually. Whew. I mean, I have to say, being the longest reigning Divas champion. It was everything that came with that, like having the reality shows be a success, holding the championship for that long, but making people believe in our characters and the story and like holding it so that when Charlotte got it, it meant so much. But the run was so fun. Team Bella with Alicia Fox and how the three horsewomen came in and debuted, there was just so much buildup, and that run was so awesome. And I think unexpected for some, but it's like sometimes it's hard to see the larger picture. When you look at that run at the larger scheme of it, you realize the impact that run had and like what it did, and it just makes me so proud of that accomplishment.
I agree.
Yeah. Do we know if it's really glitchy? Should we do another session later on this week or something?
I mean, we can.
Oh, some say it seems better. Some say try and start a new one. See, it's still kind of glitchy. That sucks for people.
Technology, they say so life's easier. It doesn't.
No, I say maybe we do another one tomorrow.
Tomorrow, do we have time tomorrow?
Well, it's not 12 Thursday, but I put that on your calendars. 9/8 Central, so we can't do Thursday night, but we could do tomorrow night, can't we?
Just look at our schedule.
Yeah.
Before we make.
I know we have some media.
So, but yeah, we probably can. Because we really enjoyed this session. Gosh, it's crazy. We've been talking for an hour.
Brie, we can talk.
The we can talk. And look, we're sober. We're drinking sparkling water.
Yeah, imagine if we really have wine right now.
Ooh.
Brie would flashing you all.
Probably, actually.
Old Brie mode.
Yeah, and I'd feel bad for all of you.
See the mommies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was weird. But thank you guys so much for doing this. Nicole, I had no idea what to expect. I've been having fun. I mean, an hour
so fun.
flew by.
Honestly,
so.
what we're gonna do is do the rest of the questions tomorrow. Sign more stuff because I just want to make sure it's not as glitchy and we can answer even more questions. But we had a great time, and so we don't mind giving you guys even more time.
Yes. So, and if you haven't gotten it, make sure you do. We're super proud of it. I think you guys are going to love it. And thank you all for just buying our book and just supporting us. You have no idea
I
what it
prefer
means
this
to us.
side. That's me putting Brie in that luck. It's so fun.
It was funny. So, did you approve that picture? Like I did. Should I not have?
No, but I love it. Good for you.
Thanks. But your guys' loyalty and support will always mean the world to us. So
It really will.
you have no idea what it does to our hearts.
Yeah.
So we love you all. Thank you for this again. And we're going to check our schedules, but hopefully back tomorrow. But we'll let you guys all know.
Definitely.
Bye.